Hidden among the quiet countryside of Surrey, England, the McLaren Technology Centre stands as one of the most visually striking automotive facilities in the world. From the air, the building looks less like a factory and more like a futuristic research complex designed for a science fiction film. Its curved glass exterior reflects the surrounding artificial lake, creating the impression that the entire structure is floating above the landscape. Designed by renowned architect Norman Foster, the building was created to embody the same philosophy that drives the cars built inside it: precision, performance, and cutting-edge engineering. While many automotive factories are hidden within industrial parks, McLaren's headquarters was intentionally designed as a statement of technological ambition. But behind the sleek architecture and polished glass walls lies something far more impressive: an environment where some of the fastest road-legal supercars on the planet are engineered and assembled every single day. The facility serves as the headquarters for McLaren Automotive and the legendary McLaren Formula One team, bringing together both racing and road car engineering under one roof. When the McLaren Technology Centre first opened in 2005, it marked a new era for the company. For decades, McLaren had already established itself as one of the most successful teams in motorsport history, competing in the pinnacle of racing through Formula One. However, the opening of this new headquarters signaled the company's ambition to expand further into producing high-performance road cars that could translate racing technology directly into machines that customers could actually drive on public roads. The idea was simple but ambitious: build road cars using the same obsessive engineering mindset used to design Formula One race cars. The McLaren Technology Centre itself spans more than 30,000 square meters, but its design cleverly hides much of that space below ground level so that the surrounding countryside remains visually undisturbed. Inside, the building is astonishingly quiet and immaculate, almost resembling a laboratory more than a factory. Engineers walk through long corridors lined with glass walls, behind which teams of specialists analyze data, design components, and test prototypes. One of the most famous spaces within the building is a corridor known simply as the Boulevard. This long gallery showcases many of McLaren's most historic racing machines, including championship-winning Formula One cars that help define entire eras of motorsport. Walking through this hallway feels like moving through a timeline of racing history, with each car representing a milestone in the company's relentless pursuit of speed. Just a short distance from the main technology center lies another critical facility, the McLaren Production Center. Opened in 2011, this building was designed specifically for the assembly of McLaren's road cars. Unlike massive automotive factories that produce hundreds of thousands of vehicles per year, McLaren's production facility focuses on precision rather than volume. At full capacity, the center produces roughly 5,000 vehicles annually, a tiny number compared to mainstream manufacturers, but perfectly suited to the world of exotic supercars where each vehicle requires careful craftsmanship and attention to detail. The production environment reflects McLaren's philosophy of lean manufacturing. Instead of chaotic conveyor belts and noisy machinery, the assembly floor is organized, clean, and surprisingly calm. Workers move methodically between stations, assembling vehicles with meticulous precision. Each car progresses through a carefully planned sequence of steps that transforms individual components into a finished high-performance machine. The entire process from start to finish typically takes around 3.5 weeks, a relatively long time compared with mass-market vehicles, but necessary to ensure the level of quality expected from a supercar manufacturer. One of the most important elements of any McLaren road car is its carbon fiber chassis, known as the monocell. This component forms the structural heart of the vehicle, providing both strength and lightweight performance. Carbon fiber construction is one of the key technologies that McLaren borrowed directly from Formula One racing. Unlike traditional metal frames made from steel or aluminum, a carbon fiber monocoque is incredibly strong while remaining extremely lightweight. In fact, the monocell chassis weighs only around 75 kilograms, yet it is capable of providing exceptional structural rigidity and safety for the occupants. The manufacturing process for this chassis is both complex and fascinating. Sheets of carbon fiber fabric are carefully layered into molds by skilled technicians. Each layer must be precisely aligned to ensure maximum strength in the final structure. Once the layers are arranged correctly, the mold is placed into a massive machine known as an autoclave. Inside this sealed chamber, the carbon fiber is subjected to high pressure and temperatures exceeding 100 degrees Celsius. Over the course of several hours, the heat and pressure cause the resin within the carbon fiber to cure, transforming the flexible layers into a rigid, ultra-strong monocoque structure. When the autoclave cycle finishes and the mold is opened, technicians reveal a single-piece carbon fiber chassis that forms the foundation of the entire car. This component is incredibly important because it determines the vehicle's structural stiffness, safety performance, and overall weight. The finished monocell chassis is then carefully inspected before moving to the next stage of production. Despite the advanced technology involved, the entire process is designed to maintain consistency and repeatability so that each McLaren vehicle meets the exact same standards. Once the chassis is ready, the vehicle begins its journey along the production floor. Unlike many automotive factories that use automated conveyor belts, McLaren uses a manual cart system to move vehicles between stations. Each chassis sits on a wheeled cart that technicians can easily push along the assembly line. This approach provides greater flexibility and allows workers to access every part of the vehicle during assembly. The route that each car follows through the production center stretches roughly 0.6 of a mile, passing through dozens of specialized workstations. As the car moves along this route, technicians begin installing the components that will eventually transform it into a functioning supercar. Wiring harnesses are carefully routed through the chassis, connecting sensors, computers, and electronic systems throughout the vehicle. Suspension components are installed to provide the precise handling characteristics that McLaren vehicles are famous for. Every bolt is tightened according to exact torque specifications to ensure reliability and safety. One of the most exciting moments in the production process occurs when the engine is installed. Many modern McLaren models use a powerful twin-turbocharged V8 engine designed to deliver extraordinary performance. These engines are built to extremely tight tolerances and undergo rigorous testing before they ever reach the production floor. Each engine is run on a dynamometer, a specialized testing machine that simulates real driving conditions while measuring performance, efficiency, and reliability. This testing ensures that the engine performs exactly as expected before it becomes part of a finished vehicle. Once the engine has passed its tests, it is transported to the assembly line where it is carefully installed into the waiting chassis. This stage is often referred to as the marriage of the engine and chassis, a moment when the car begins to resemble the powerful machine it will eventually become. Technicians connect the engine to the transmission, cooling systems, and electronic control units, ensuring that every component functions together seamlessly. As the vehicle continues its journey through the production center, the body panels are installed. These panels are also made from lightweight materials, often including carbon fiber and aluminum. Each panel must align perfectly with the chassis to maintain aerodynamic efficiency and visual precision. McLaren vehicles are known for their sculpted body shapes designed to manage airflow at extremely high speeds, so even tiny alignment errors are unacceptable. The interior assembly follows next. Skilled technicians install seats, dashboards, infotainment systems, and other components that define the driving experience. Although McLaren vehicles are built for performance, they still offer a high level of craftsmanship inside the cabin. Customers can choose from a wide range of materials and finishes, allowing each vehicle to be customized to the owner's preferences. Throughout the assembly process, quality control remains a constant priority. Technicians inspect each stage carefully to ensure that every component meets strict standards. Even small imperfections can trigger additional checks or adjustments. This meticulous attention to detail ensures that the finished vehicle performs exactly as designed. After the car is fully assembled, it enters the final testing stage. Technicians conduct a series of functional tests to verify that every system operates correctly. The vehicle's electronics, braking systems, steering, and engine performance are all evaluated before the car is approved for delivery. Emissions tests ensure that the vehicle complies with environmental regulations, while additional inspections confirm that the car meets McLaren's internal quality standards. Only after passing these tests is the vehicle considered complete. The finished car is then carefully prepared for delivery to its new owner somewhere in the world. For many customers, receiving a McLaren is not simply about owning a fast car. It represents the culmination of an engineering process that combines racing heritage, advanced materials, and meticulous craftsmanship. What makes the McLaren production process particularly fascinating is how it blends modern technology with human expertise. While machines and advanced equipment play critical roles in manufacturing, skilled technicians remain at the heart of the process. Their experience and attention to detail ensure that each vehicle meets the company's demanding standards. Inside the quiet countryside of Surrey, these remarkable machines are created every day. Behind the glass walls of the McLaren Technology Center and the production facility next door, engineers and technicians continue pushing the boundaries of automotive performance. The result is a series of supercars that not only deliver extraordinary speed, but also embody decades of racing knowledge and technological innovation. In many ways, the McLaren factory represents more than just a place where cars are built. It is a living demonstration of how racing technology can influence road vehicles and how precision engineering can transform raw materials into machines capable of incredible performance. Every vehicle that leaves the facility carries with it the legacy of McLaren's relentless pursuit of speed, efficiency, and engineering excellence. As production continues day after day inside the McLaren Production Center, another layer of complexity unfolds behind the scenes that most people never see. Every vehicle moving through the facility is tracked through an intricate digital system that monitors the status of each component being installed. From the moment a carbon fiber chassis arrives at the assembly line, its progress is logged into a manufacturing database that follows the vehicle until the day it leaves the factory. Engineers and supervisors can instantly see which stage of production a specific car is in, which technicians have worked on it, and whether every quality checkpoint has been completed. This digital traceability ensures that each car produced by McLaren Automotive meets strict internal standards and can be supported throughout its entire lifetime. The system also allows McLaren to maintain an extraordinary level of customization for each customer order. Unlike mass-market vehicles, where most units are nearly identical, McLaren owners often specify extremely unique combinations of colors, materials, and performance options. Some cars receive custom paint finishes that require additional preparation and curing processes, while others include rare interior materials chosen specifically by the customer. The digital manufacturing system ensures that these personalized specifications are followed exactly as the car moves from one workstation to another. When technicians begin work on a particular vehicle, they can see the exact configuration that the customer selected, ensuring that every detail matches the buyer's request. A particularly fascinating aspect of the production process involves the paint department. Supercar paintwork is far more complex than what is typically used on ordinary vehicles. The paint must not only look stunning, but also withstand high speeds, intense sunlight, and environmental wear over many years. Each body panel undergoes a detailed preparation process before paint is applied. Technicians carefully clean, sand, and prime the surfaces to ensure that the paint adheres perfectly. Even microscopic imperfections must be eliminated because high-gloss finishes can magnify the smallest flaws. The painting process itself takes place in a highly controlled environment where temperature, humidity, and airflow are carefully monitored. Layers of paint are applied gradually, often with specialized robotic equipment assisted by skilled technicians. Between coats, the panels are inspected and cured in heated chambers to harden the finish. Some of the more exotic paint options offered by McLaren involve multiple layers of metallic or pearlescent pigments that create dramatic visual effects when light hits the car at different angles. These finishes can take significantly longer to produce, but they contribute to the distinctive appearance that many owners desire. Once painted panels are ready, they return to the production floor where they are carefully aligned and attached to the chassis. Precision is critical at this stage because aerodynamic performance depends heavily on how accurately the panels fit together. Even slight deviations in panel alignment could influence airflow at high speeds. Technicians use specialized measurement tools to ensure that each panel sits exactly where it should, creating the smooth, sculpted surfaces that define McLaren's design language. Another area of the production center focuses on wheel and suspension assembly. Supercars require suspension systems capable of delivering both razor-sharp handling and everyday drivability. The suspension components are assembled and installed with exceptional attention to detail. Each part is designed to work in harmony with the vehicle's weight distribution and aerodynamic characteristics. Engineers carefully calibrate spring rates, damper settings, and suspension geometry to provide precise control during high-speed cornering. Many modern McLaren vehicles incorporate advanced adaptive suspension systems that can adjust their behavior depending on driving conditions. Sensors throughout the vehicle continuously monitor factors such as road surface, steering input, and vehicle speed. The suspension system then responds by adjusting damping characteristics in real time, allowing the car to remain stable and comfortable across a wide range of driving environments. Installing and calibrating these systems requires both mechanical expertise and sophisticated diagnostic tools. While much of the focus inside the factory is on engineering and assembly, the people working there play an equally important role in the company's success. The McLaren complex employs around 1,000 individuals across engineering, manufacturing, logistics, and administrative roles. Many of the technicians responsible for assembling the vehicles have years of specialized training in high-performance automotive systems. Their expertise allows them to identify potential issues before they become problems, ensuring that each vehicle meets the brand's exacting standards. Training programs within the facility emphasize continuous improvement. Technicians regularly update their skills as new technologies and materials are introduced into production. For example, working with carbon fiber structures requires a different set of techniques than traditional metal fabrication. Employees must understand how the material behaves, how to inspect it for defects, and how to repair or replace components if necessary. This ongoing education helps maintain the extremely high level of craftsmanship expected from a supercar manufacturer. Beyond the production floor, logistics teams coordinate the arrival of thousands of individual components needed to build each car. Even though McLaren manufactures some parts internally, many specialized components come from trusted suppliers around the world. Engines, electronics, fasteners, and precision machine parts must arrive exactly when they are needed to avoid slowing down the assembly process. This logistical coordination is essential because the production center operates with relatively little excess inventory, following a lean manufacturing philosophy that minimizes waste and inefficiency. Once components arrive at the facility, they undergo inspection before entering the production system. Quality teams verify that every part meets McLaren specifications before it is approved for installation. If a component fails to meet standards, it is immediately rejected and replaced. This strict quality control prevents defective parts from entering the assembly process and ensures that finished vehicles perform exactly as intended. After the car completes its assembly journey and passes final inspection, it moves into a final preparation area where technicians perform a detailed finishing process. Protective coverings are removed, surfaces are polished, and every part of the vehicle is cleaned thoroughly. The goal is to ensure that the car looks absolutely flawless when it reaches its new owner. Even the smallest speck of dust or smudge must be eliminated before delivery. Some vehicles then undergo additional road testing, conducted by specially trained drivers. These drivers evaluate how the car behaves under real driving conditions, paying attention to factors such as steering response, braking performance, and engine smoothness. Any unusual sounds or vibrations are carefully investigated. Although the cars have already passed numerous mechanical tests, this final evaluation provides an additional layer of confidence that everything is functioning perfectly. The moment a finished McLaren leaves the production center marks the end of an incredibly complex journey. From the first carbon fiber layers forming the monocell chassis to the final road test, the vehicle has passed through dozens of specialized stages involving hundreds of skilled professionals. Each stage contributes to the performance and reliability that define McLaren's reputation. Yet even after the car leaves the factory, the relationship between McLaren and the vehicle continues. The digital production records created during manufacturing remain stored within the company's systems. If the car ever requires maintenance or upgrades in the future, technicians can review its complete build history to understand exactly how it was assembled. This long-term traceability helps maintain the value and performance of McLaren vehicles over many years. Another remarkable feature of the McLaren Technology Center is its emphasis on sustainability and environmental responsibility. Although supercars are often associated with high performance rather than environmental efficiency, the facility itself was designed with energy efficiency in mind. The artificial lake surrounding the building plays an important role in regulating temperature within the complex. Water from the lake circulates through heat exchangers that help cool the building's systems, reducing the need for conventional air conditioning. Every supercar that leaves the factory carries with it the legacy of McLaren's decades-long pursuit of speed and technological excellence. From the carbon fiber monocoque emerging from an autoclave to the moment the engine roars to life for the first time, each step in the process reflects a commitment to perfection. Hidden in the quiet English countryside, far from the noise of typical industrial zones, this futuristic complex continues to build some of the most advanced automobiles on Earth. Day after day, technicians push carts carrying partially assembled vehicles along the production line, engineers analyze data from the latest test, and designers imagine the next generation of high-performance machines. Inside McLaren's Woking factory, the future of supercars is not just imagined, it is built by hand, one extraordinary machine at a time.